The fans have never seen us talk about this shit publicly together.
Right.
We've had a lot of conversations about this shit. The day after, we had a long ass conversation about this
Right.
shit. Let's argue this point right here for the fans.
All right, cool. Let's do it. Because me and you have a lot of debates when it's just me and you on the phone. They don't know that. We go back and forth a lot.
And to be fair, there's certain things I'm not gonna put on this camera. But still.
Right.
But still, them seeing us talk about this shit is still, I think, dope for the culture.
Right.
How did this battle get set up? Let's start here. This is an alley-oop for debate, so go ahead. Because I already know what you're going to say, and I know what I'm about to fucking say. How did this battle get set up?
What battle?
You versus Jimz.
How did the battle get set up?
Yes.
So with this battle, I didn't want to battle Jimz, correct? Let's take a step at a time. But I'm gonna be real. I didn't want to battle Jimz. You called me for this battle a few times. It wasn't one time you called me.
That was a question.
Yeah, I didn't want to battle Jimz.
Okay, so
let's say this. No. Don't go. Let's say this. You called me for the battle a few times before I actually agreed to it. But this is what we do all the time, though. So did you or did you not? You ain't call me for that battle a few times before we agreed on it?
Okay, me calling you several times for a battle doesn't mean that you don't want the battle. All right. So the discrepancy that we were having, it wasn't no fucking years. It was anywhere from like 4 months to maybe 9 months. I don't
agree with that.
Cool.
This is what I'm gonna say, because I think maybe you took the amount of years I said which was probably over exaggerated, because that's just like when you talk and you be like, you nigga call me 5 years for that.
Yeah.
But it was, yeah, of course, you talk about it, but it was like,
let's say 1 year. Let's just say
I'm gonna say 2 years.
Fine, I'm gonna say whatever. 2 years. I'm gonna say one.
I'm gonna say around 2 years.
But let me add what I
It
was never because I admit your attitude towards when I call you for math is different from when I was calling you about Jimz. There's been times when I've spoken to you about math, and this is to your consistency of the things you said publicly about you and math. Okay. To your credit, all right. There's been times when I've spoken to GOODZ about math, and he's like, "It's not a big battle to me. It's not a battle that I want." Yada yada yada. To your credit, right? That wasn't the case when I was talking to you for Jimz. Let me finish my statement. What I was getting hung up on a lot when I spoke to you about the Jimz battle was simply it being 3 rounds versus 1 round for at least a fucking year.
Oh, right. So no, I could agree to that. I said what I was saying.
It was the amount of rounds.
No, but let's paint the picture now. Let me help them to understand. Okay. Because I didn't want to battle Jimz, because that wasn't the best. Like the way I look at. Well, I don't look at math like I looked at Jimz at that time. You know what I'm saying? But Jimz was up and coming. Not to take nothing from him, but it just wasn't nothing there.
Let me make this interesting. Let me tell you how I took that.
Hold on, wait. I didn't. Let me finish it. Go. Let me get this out before I forget. So because Jimz was up and coming and it wasn't nothing there, when I take a up and comer, the most I would do is a 1 round with them. Solidified. There, I go check. People know this though. Check the danger zone. Adi Boom. Gauge. When it's an up and comer, you know what I'm saying? But I see something a little there, like all right, or whatever. Or, I never take them 3 rounds because I'm not enthused to, and I'm not gonna give a good performance. So I'll just take them 1 round, because in 1 round I can give a great performance where they'll fuck with it. So with Jimz, that's what it was, and I fucked with Jimz because Jimz didn't come out disrespectful. Jimz ain't doing that. Jimz was real, like, y'all want to battle you. I want to battle you. I fuck with you, and I appreciated that more than a nigga just saying fuck you, you whack, just to try to battle. So I had a decent relationship with Jimz at that time. It was like, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't nothing like that. So I was willing to take him for 1 round. Yes.
Okay.
3 rounds was automatically off the table.
So once again, now we paint this picture. We seem to be on the same page there because, like I said, my recollection was never like I'm not battling him for RBE. That was not a 1 round battle, and that was where we continued to bump heads. So now let's transition.
Right. Mm-hmm.
So now let's transition into step number 2 now.
Okay, good. Let me hear this bullshit. Let me hear this bullshit, man.
So somewhere along the line, you accepted finally to do it for 3 rounds.
The money. Let's be real. I accepted it because at that time, the money and the time was the money I got paid and the time limit was kind of unheard of. It was that good.
What do you mean? What you say? Time limit for like the rounds?
Yes.
It was 3 standard. I got the contract.
No, it wasn't 3, but good.
You want to take that bet too?
We can. It was 2 minutes. It was 2 minutes cap off. Look, it was 2 minutes cap off 240.
Gee, it's 500.
I can't. I'm telling you, discuss with me, and I know this for a
fact. I have every contract that RBE has ever signed.
That's cool. So listen. I don't. You can look at that contract. Go look at it. So I don't know what you snaked and did. If you did, but I know what you discussed with me.
In highlighted yellow.
Listen clear. I know what you discussed with me. I'm telling you, I know for a fact.
Yeah, but we're gonna let that one go.
No, listen. Go back and look. Because if I'm not mistaken, in that contract, it might be 2 with a cutoff for 245 or something like that. I'm telling you. Because if you look at me and his rounds, they're not 3 minutes. All of them is like under 3 or right at 3.
Main event shit on my left. What's up?
Let's go.
On my right. What's up?
Stop being dirty. That Henny White, you gotta get booked overseas to cop this.
All right, we here. 3 rounds.
Let's clear this controversial misconception, and I think this is actually good for you to answer for the public. I think it was a bad
it's good for you.
No, I'm dead serious. I really think that it was a bad thing for people to assume that you took the battle because of the confrontation.
Of what confrontation?
The confrontation that he had with his people at the time.
Oh hell no! I would have turned.
But this is why I say I think it's good for, because me and you had this conversation in private. And I think that was a very bad misconception that people had. I wanted you to be able to say that with me and you here publicly.
Yeah, let me. You know what? I'm gonna say. I'm gonna break down everything and say a bunch of things that I never said, that I wasn't gonna say. And honestly, I had hit Jimz up to come to ask you to come on my show and for me and him to talk, to show people that. And I would have talked to him on a joint he was doing. But just to show people that, like, we don't got no bad blood or nothing like that. Like, we handled that like man and that's what it was. Like, that shit was dumb long ago. Me and Jimz don't got no bad blood. Jimz he ain't come on my show. He stopped answering me. I don't know. Maybe he felt the way after a while. I don't know. But I never took the battle because of that. I'm gonna be real with you. I took the battle. We got it to 3 rounds, and I'm being real with you. I don't know if you remember this. We got it to 3 rounds because we agreed on 230 for that price. 230 was the cutoff time. I think it was 230 for that price, bro. 230 for that price. That's why I took, because I'm looking at it like, that's 6 minutes, or that's a little over 6 minutes. That's for that price. That's like doing a long 1 round. This is how I looked at it. This is why I took it at that time. I'm like, fuck it. And at that point, I still was like, this ain't nothing. I still don't really want to. I got to push myself to do this. I learned a lot from that battle because I don't do that. No, that's the only time I ever did that where I really didn't want to battle somebody for 3 rounds and did it. And my performance wasn't that good.
Let me jump in right there so I don't come off like a hypocrite or not like this, as if I couldn't say this when I was doing an interview with you, right? I got an untold truth for Chris Unbiased that's dropped. And we got up to that point, and I gave him my opinion on you taking the battle. Because over the years, I've seen interviews of you saying publicly, I never want to do that battle. That's why it was a bad performance, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. I respect it coming from you. You could speak for yourself. I never called you a liar. I did in my untold truth, but I did offer my perspective and my opinion and my feeling.
Right.
Because I never got that vibe from you when we set the battle up. I never got that vibe while we were promoting. I never got that vibe while we was putting together the business. And I'm pretty good at reading energies. Now I understand that, there's the business element. Let me get the deposit maybe. Let me get the back end maybe. Let me get this good check right here for this amount of time. It could be 230, whatever the case may be. But we never had this energy between me and you off camera that you didn't want to do the battle. So, over the years, every time I seen you say that on camera, like I did it one time and it was Jimz and I never do it again, I always respected it, but I never agreed with it because I was just like, I didn't feel, see, hear none of that until the battle turned out to be not a good battle.
Okay, so let me I'll pick up from there. The fact that we had a problem on agreeing on 3 rounds and I was pushing to do 1 round and that was the only thing I was going to do shows you I didn't want to do the battle. And that's that. If I want to do a battle, I'm not arguing about how many rounds it is. I want to do a 3-round battle. Every battle I took besides that one, that was a 3-round battle, is battles I wanted to do. If it was a 1-round battle, it was battles I didn't really want to do because in 3 rounds, I wasn't going to give my best performance because the people I'm battling. So it was a danger zone. He wasn't on my level at that time on where I was, where I was. Neither was Adi Boom. But these are people I liked and I thought was dope. And I wanted to give them a shot and do it because I thought they was dope. So I took them 1 round. Same thing with Gage. Jimz was falling under those lines where I fucked with him. I thought I saw him coming up. He showed me a lot of respect. Fuck it. I wouldn't mind doing it, ARP, but I don't want to do 3 rounds. So no matter if you got that or not, from me only wanting to do 1 round and we argued about that and went back and forth about that for so long, that don't got to be showing you it, but me saying it now should show you I didn't want to do that battle. Like I didn't want to do it. I didn't want to do 3 rounds of that. I did not want to do 3 rounds of me and Jimz.
Logically, everything you said makes sense. The reason why I could never fully accept that in any situation is because I've been there a million times. I've been, for example, Math versus Charlie Clips, right? Mm-hmm. Charlie Clips never wanted to battle Math. Ever. Hollow never wanted to battle Math. Ever. Similar situation where we can say maybe the business, Serious Jones, never wanted to battle. Hated me at times for even asking. Looked at me a certain way at times for asking, because from the outside looking in, he's like, Mac is always on your platform. You book it like you trying to line me up. Like, no, real shit.
Yeah. I got you.
There's real life examples of battles on RBE where a battler can say, I did it because the business, right? Mm-hmm. One thing about GOODZ reputation is GOODZ is always prepared. Mm-hmm. It's why you was mad or why you knew you was gonna have to work the way you had to do when we was negotiating the 1 round that we doing Clips. You was like, because Clips don't prepare like me. I take this shit a certain way. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like I remember all that type of shit. So whether you wanted to do it or not, or whether the money motivated you or not, or whether it was just the timeliness motivated you or not, once we locked in, once you signed that contract, got that deposit, and me and you was promoting and having these conversations, whatever, I saw you engaged during the rollout. You even went steps further to do things that promotion wise, like that with that bomb that you dropped the week of, that chess move that you did the week of. That was really like you was there.
But let me get it.
Wasn't a shadow.
But so I'm gonna get into all that because it's stuff I didn't talk about. But let me say something to that though, so you could understand. I prepared the same way. I was all the way prepared for the battle. Okay, I never said I wasn't prepared. I got out all my rounds, did not stumble, fuck up or anything. So I was all the way prepared. Because he was somebody I didn't want to take, my material didn't come out as good as it would have if it was somebody I wanted to take. That's what I'm saying. If it was a one
question, so mentally for artists or you in that case, are you saying that artistically you are having a blocker?
I had to push myself to write for him. Yes. Where in my career, never have I had to push myself to write for somebody because it's always a big battle when somebody I wanted to take. So we say in my career, I'm talking about on your league, URL, wherever it was. So if it was a 1 round battle, it would have not have been like that. Because in one round.
But why if it was only 2s then? So let's say to your point when you say it was 2 minutes plus grace, right? 6 minutes of material, somebody that's been doing this forever. You're trying to say that you couldn't come up with all the history that you guys had of him coming up. People were saying that he was coming up like you, or the drama shit, the beef shit, the situation you had. Me and you even mentioned to me upstairs, you know what I'm saying, after that event, the day it happened. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you had a lot of things to use. So when you pen that 6 minutes, why artistically then is the GOODZ as an artist not much better than that day?
So if you go watch the battle, I touched on everything you just said, but he's still not somebody I wanted to battle. So my drive wasn't there to battle him. I wasn't gonna go. I didn't want to kill him. That showed me that's why I wouldn't take somebody I don't really want to battle. That's why now we have these discussions on when you hit me, I'm good, or it's just like that, because I'm not gonna give a right performance no more. I want to give a performance to the best of my ability. So I touched on all the things you said, but because I didn't really want to battle him, it just ain't come out the way it would come out if, just like I battled Geechee. I touched on everything I wanted to touch on with Geechee, but I wanted to battle Geechee. So I broke it down the way I wanted to break it down. With Jimz, just that it just wasn't there for me to, by the time I got to the second round, it's like, I'm pushing myself to say stuff or pushing myself to battle. Wherever it was 1 round, I could write 1 4 or 5 minute round straight through. It'll sound better than splitting it up and putting it into 3 rounds. The stuff that I had to say against Jimz was kind of things that was already said, already out there. If you notice, when I battle, I don't really touch on things that's already out there. And if I do, it's in a way nobody never did it. I'll touch on it in my kind of way. With Jimz, there was no other way to touch on the things that was out there. So I kind of had to touch on it kind of the same way or the same way you heard it. That's why them rounds wasn't as good as none of my other rounds, to be real to you. And this is my opinion on it. And me writing it, I already knew. You know what I'm saying? So leading up to the battle, my first round in that battle was my best round. All right, let's not act like I won the battle though. Let's not act like that. The battle wasn't good. My first round in that battle was my best round. So coming out, when you write that first round, this is why I like to do 1 rounders against people I don't really want to battle, because your first round, you're always excited. Like your first round is gonna be a good round because you're excited. You just sitting down, putting that pen to that paper, your thoughts is flowing. Now, if I just wrote 1 round straight through like that, it would have been better than me writing a round, ending it, coming back to a second round to try to think of something right and end it, coming back to a third round. It would have been better for a fact. I know that, like coming from me as a writer. the touch on what you said, like the bomb I dropped the week before and all that stuff started to get a little heated because I don't know what Jimz said something. I don't know. You know, I don't know if he was trying to sell the battle.
I know what it is. I remember what it is.
Yeah, I don't remember, but I know.
You want me to tell you, or you want to keep going? I'm gonna tell you.
Tell me. Yeah, tell me.
He alluded to, damn, like I kind of don't want to say it like that.
So something about my daughter?
Nah, no, not at all. Nowhere near.
Okay.
About some chicks. Like some pay to play shit. And stripper shit.
I don't remember that.
I remember. Because I remember how you responded. Like you ain't like basic.
Why would I get mad at that?
I don't know. But I definitely remember to a degree because you had like videos and posts and everything. And
oh yeah, big yeah. No,
okay, now you know what I'm saying.
Old stuff. Yeah.
Yes, now you know what I'm saying.
So what it was is, I think I was knocking down a porn star. This is what, and I think he said something funny, like I was paying him or something like that. Was that it?
It was something like you know you pay for these whatever, some of the ones that be around.
Oh,
whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever. Something like.
Oh, so all right, yeah. So you know what? So that's not something I would even get mad at because, you know, like that's not. I'm gonna tell you what I got upset at, and it wasn't that, because that's not something I would get upset at. Like, you can read comments and people say shit. I'm good. I know these niggas don't know what I do. I mean, I've been doing what I do for a very long time before battlerap, so I wasn't worried about that. At that time, whatever porn star I was knocking down, I was knocking down. Maybe 2, 3 of them. All right, just, you know, whatever, regular shit. Okay. What it was Jimz was cool with me, like talking cool to me, and then he just went and did that. You get what I'm saying? You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, listen,
yeah. So
the thing about Zoom is if I talk, the camera switch to me. So when you talking, that's why I be quiet.
Oh, okay, my fault. All right, so Jimz was playing two sides, and you know I should have took it as him probably selling the joint, but to me that was like far from, like you were just talking cool with me. Probably just was on the phone with me like, yo, good looking, you know, so I'm gonna kill you though. You know, like cool shit. You supposed to. Like, I'm like, yeah, all right, yo, dude, all right, guess so do you then like regular shit. And then just the next day I see something like that. So it was something like that when something rubbed me like in a phony way, like, my nigga, you were just on the phone with me and now you doing this for the fans, for the people. That probably rubbed me the wrong way. And that's what it was, something like that. So after that, it was all like, all right, well, then it's on. I'm gonna show you something. Because I was being cool. So that's what it really was. And it came from that. And Jimz probably wasn't even trying to be maybe be funny. Maybe he was just selling
devil's advocate.
Mm-hmm.
There's levels. You can't tell a man how to respond, they say. Right? Some people kill an ant with a sledgehammer, right? Devil's advocate though.
Mm-hmm.
Do you feel like that promotional video that dropped the week before was way ahead of what he might have did, even despite being on the phone with you? Like, if he says something, do you feel like what you did was a similar level? Do you feel like those type of gloves needed to come off?
Grown goods? No. Me right now? Nah, not at all. Not at all. Younger goods then, 5 years ago? Then it was conquer all. If you gonna shoot at me with a 2.2, I'm gonna shoot at you with a, you know what I'm saying? With a 50 cal. I don't care the size of the gun you shot at me. So at that time, that was my mind frame. Don't shoot at me. Don't open this door. Don't crack the door, because I'm gonna open the door all the way. We gonna go all the way. So that's how I was at that point. So he cracked the door with that. And it was like, you know, damn, my nigga, we was just on it. So you trying to rock me to sleep and then front for the people? That's how I looked at it then. You get what I'm saying? And that's what transpired into me doing that and dropping that bit. But no, not at all. That was overboard. That was overboard. You know what I'm saying?
Got you. So
but that didn't, it was stuff that transpired in the middle of that too. It was something that transpired with him talking about a car. And he was like, and he really said something about he owned his car.
Yeah, but once again, the sledgehammer shit. So it's like, and I feel similar. Like, I feel like certain things when at a certain age might have entertained me, whereas at this point in life, if I see them, I might feel different about it. And
right,
you know, Jimz was, I think, promoting in a way where he was trying to create the levels, because there was some comparisons, right? It was the comparisons of these two guys. They dress away, they talk away, they present themselves a certain way. It was a swag thing, right? It was that. So when he does the thing about the girls, and when he started talking about the cars, with our own minds, whatever, boom, 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 but then a video comes out, somebody at his building shooting a video with his whip or whatever, boom, boom, boom. That's one of them things, like, today I might look at like, you know what I'm saying? Maybe back then, a little different.
But that's what I'm saying. Today I totally look at it like, if it was me now, I wouldn't have did all that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was me now, it was overboard. You know, so I could say that now, being, you know what I'm saying, being older, being more mature. But back then I didn't look at it like that. You know, I was younger though. So that's where everything started getting heated at. You know what I'm saying? And then he said something to me in a text. I don't remember though, but it was something in the text where I remember that too. You remember all of I felt like, and I'll probably text you, like, I felt like he was saying basically like all lines already crossed. So he gonna do what he gonna, like, you know what I'm saying? So when you say that to me back then, I'm like, oh, so you plan on, you know, saying something, you know, that you know I don't play with. Okay. So that's when I hit you and I told you, I said, listen, whatever I said then to you, like, this is what it is. So going into that battle now, right? I already kind of put in my head that's what he was going to do, because he said it to me without saying it to me. But the whole everything was my fault. The whole reaction, the whole everything, because when I watched it back, even at that time, I said he didn't say nothing. I felt like not that he didn't say nothing, but I said it first, and I set myself up to feel away. You get what I'm saying? So if I say, word to my, you know, at that time, you know, when you talk, and we used to say that it's a bad habit to say your word to my son or word to my daughter, or, you know, that's a bad habit.
Let me cut you off there, because I never intended for us to talk about that part of the whys or whatever.
I want to talk about
but that's been done a million times though. You know what I'm saying? My thing was the going in and the after. Because
I still want to, we can't cut a whole piece out. I want to lead up and then get past it and keep going to where you want to go. You can't just cut a piece out of
you want to also talk about the honesty.
I want to, because we going from, because now I'm starting for, it's stuff I said in this interview that I never said on, that I could talk to you about, because you was there, about the text and stuff I forgot on what he said, like that. So I'm building a picture on why I led up to that, or why I start feeling away, or why me and him even got like that.
Let's do it. All right. So the tension is there from multiple angles.
Yeah, because people might think it just came from out of nowhere, but it wasn't. It was behind the scenes stuff that happened that maybe I took deeper than it was. You get what I'm saying? So leading up to that, I was done. The funny thing is, I was done with my round. I had one closing bar after that. Like the closing bar. Probably, if you want to keep it hood, let's keep it hood. But, you know, different between, it could have been one of those bars. Like, it was a closing bar. So, like I said, I already said, and me saying this is taking all, it ain't no blame on him. It's all, I'm putting it all on me. I set myself up to feel away by saying word to my daughter, or word to your son, or it's a bad habit. At that time, you know, it was doing. I try to not do that now at all. You know what I'm saying? But it was a bad habit. And when you say that, me saying that, if you say anything that's not agreeing with me, it looked like you telling me I'm lying on my kids. So I set myself up completely to feel away me. You know what I'm saying? So that's just what it was, and that's why that happened. But we talk about afterwards. Spoke to them like a man. We spoke about what we wanted to do, or how we wanted to handle it, any way we wanted to handle it. I apologized to him. I even did a blog apologizing because that's just what it is. I don't feel no type of way about apologizing if I feel like I'm wrong. I never did. I don't care what people got to say. I don't care what a bunch of people don't know. I got mad backslack from that, a whole bunch. But I also know from being in battle rap for 12 years, 13 years, that you as good as your last battle. So
you being as good as your last battle, for me personally, I was watching that situation inside out. It was a big moment. It was on World Star. I mean, like, it was talked about crazy.
It was too much. I don't like that though.
Yeah, it was.
I hated it.
I know you did, and that's gonna take me into some of the aftermath shit that I want to get to. But I remember I was watching everything moving about that shit, and I feel like the vibe, you know, after that shit, when you say you're only as good as your last battle, or that situation on you, when you say you got a lot of backlash, I feel like that vibe was like you at your lowest as far as how the fans was treating you. And when you came back and you battled Tay-Rock, to me, from the outside looking in as a fan, and then somebody that's also watching that situation, I felt like the Tay-Rock battle and performance was like the final closed book on, all right, we need to get over the last thing that's in our mind about GOODZ. That's how I took it. That's how I seen it. Right. That's the energy that I watched. Like, you had a real good performance versus Tay-Rock. But coming out of that whole situation, it was like GOODZ was definitely public enemy number one.
Yeah, exactly.
But battle, and it was like, all right.
But that all for I created that though. Yeah, like me going into that battle, I knew that though. I knew me coming off this joint, all the shit that happened, boom, they had me losing that battle 85% to 15%. Now, I'm always an underdog going into a battle, but because of that situation leading up to that, it was a lot. You know what I'm saying? But then again, to be real with you had some people that was on my side that felt like y'all did the same thing. I had a lot of those too, but it was just too much back and forth. It was negative energy. It was just negative energy. Even if somebody was saying y'all did the same thing, it still was negative energy because that's not what I want. I'm too old to be going. Even at that time, I'm just too old to be going through that. Like, I don't want to be on World Star and niggas coming up to me talking about yo, I saw you on World Star. Yo, that shit is corny. I got a bunch of dirty niggas come to me, told niggas on the block. I'm like, what? This is not even what I'm into no more. So
let me ask you this now. And me and you had these private conversations because there's been times, especially after this battle, after that Jimz battle, where me and you have gotten on the phone because there was vibes like we wasn't on the same page. Right? There was times where I called you, you know what I mean? I was like, yo, what's up? What's going on with us? Right? And we ended up dropping, right? Now, for the first time in front of the public, let's make it clear. Did you feel a way about my blog addressing the situation towards me?
No.
Not at all.
Not at all. And I'm gonna tell you something. At that time too, like, right, this 5 years ago, right? It's about 5. What it was like 5 years ago, right?
Something
Maybe
like
6 or it was 5. It was something like that. You still talk about young, you know, hothead GOODZ at that time. But I still was in that stage of growing and still was mature to know when I watched your blog, I never said anything about your blog because I felt that's what you had to do. And as a league owner for your business, these are the steps you have to take. I knew that then. I didn't feel no type of way about it. Honestly, no type of way.
Did you joke? Did you? We did. So, and for the public, I'm not trying to ask people to go back and watch the vlog, but me and GOODZ was always on. We always had a very, very strong rapport. We was always real cool. GOODZ was on my first card ever. You know what I'm saying? Versus Danger Zone. You know what I mean? So fast forward, that situation gave us a little bit of a divide. I felt, regardless of how you felt, I felt. You know what I mean? And it definitely put me in a position where I had drum, I had fans, I had you, I had Jimz. I felt like I handled it the best way I could behind the scenes. Like the night of the fight, you called me a bunch of times. I never picked up, and I text you. I was like, I'll talk to you tomorrow. I did not want us, me and you, to get on that phone the night of. I didn't think that it would have been helpful.
Right.
The next day, though, me and you got on the phone. We was on the phone for, could have been 2 hours for that. I remember we talked about everything that was important before the money.
Right.
We talked about
because we wasn't even right.
It was everything that was important man to man. Then when we got to the money part, I started talking and you went dead silent. And then I said what I said, and then you was like, want to know what? I fuck with you because I wasn't sure if you was going to use this to do this. And I was just like, no. Nah.
Right.
And I was,
but this is stuff I said. Let me cut you over real quick. This is stuff I said. This is why I said, I always say this. And anybody that called me, asked me about you on any interview, and I told you this, I always say, yo, ARP does very good business professionally. You will never get a problem on no business from ARP. He does good business. If you're going to go over there and battle, you're going to be satisfied. You hold your end of the bargain, he's definitely going to hold his end of the bargain. I always say that because in that situation, I was prepared to get a chunk of my bread taken because of that. Now, my argument was going to be, I was done. I got 3 full rounds out. I was done. That happened at the end of my third. The third round was done. That was going to be my argument. So I fulfilled what I was supposed to fulfill, but I understand its consequences because of what I did. So whatever it's going to be, we can figure it out, and that's it. It still wasn't on no rah-rah shit. It was whatever it's going to be, it's going to be. But you handled it in a way you didn't have to handle it. You know what I'm saying? Which is real, without me saying anything. I listened to you, what you said when you said something. I got quiet because I wanted to hear what you had to say before I said anything. Because at the end of the day, this is at your event, and I put you at a disadvantage. A lot of people don't look at stuff like that. So, but I think you handled it the best way anybody can handle, or even for me, it was honestly, it was a surprise the way you handled it and what you said. To be real, it was a surprise to me.
There was two memorable things that came out of that blog to me. Something that might have created something that me and you do off camera a lot when we get at each other. And there was another thing that's serious. One thing that the less serious one when me and you get at each other is I did the microwave shit. You know
right. Right. That's what I was saying. Right.
And I forced you to buy a new crib. I forced you to, you know what I mean, like, go get a mortgage.
First of all, let me explain something now, because now, first of all, like I said before, that wasn't my crib. That wasn't my crib. You know what I'm saying? That wasn't my crib. So,
yo, that microwave shit was crazy. That was hilarious. But
that wasn't my crib.
And
on top of that, man, that still was me. That still was me 5-6 years ago anyway.
But you want to know what? That was my way of not, because me and you had a 2-3 hour long conversation the day after. That was my way of showing public, me and that man is good. Like
right. Exactly.
You know what I mean, like, I'm joking at the end of the blog.
And until them niggas battle and stop running, I'ma keep talking my shit, and ain't nobody gonna whoop no ass. You keep lying through your teeth saying I told you you was trash. I never told nobody Hitman trash, bro. I call you one of the goats to this shit, bro.
Hey, Calico, listen, this is I'm not even talking about the rap shit. I'm talking about the other shit that you do. Hitman hollers a word, No.
I said the brotherhood. I've been saying fuck the brotherhood.
And that's where we differ at, bro. I don't do that, bro. So you want me to be cool with niggas that do stuff that I don't do.
Just like that day, you didn't speak to me, you didn't say nothing to me, you didn't look my way. I walked up on you and grabbed you and said, what's up, my nigga?
That's the problem me and you got. You don't care, I do, which is cool. So I fall back, bro. I let you do you. I'm not that nigga, bro.
Yeah. Niggas call my phone like holla. They saying Cassidy let Calico earn his rounds for you. I'm like, so? like that's gonna save him. But at the face-off, I was gonna let him hit rounds from my calico. I was returning the favor.
I beat Hitman. He know I beat him. He can act like I'm hating on him, or he can act like, you know, Hitman don't like me. I'll really get you killed, Will. Have your mama at the funeral like this don't even feel real. Oh my God!
The way he puts shit together, the way he connects is very unique. I feel like he's the only one that raps the way he raps. He only gave us half a round, and we want that other half, nigga.
Thank you, ARP, for not making that battle happen. That was the greatest thing that ever happened in my life, bro.
No wonder you stand up here looking like a broke-ass Kevin Garnett. That's that bullshit perception. The difference between a nigga who could have went to the NBA, but would rather pretend to be a Minnesota Wolves and respect him.
I sat there for 3 years in a room crafting some of those, my nigga.
Brick by brick. It's a lifestyle, it's not a phrase. Last year he made a statement claiming he wanted all the kings of RBE. When he said it, I don't think he foresaw me being in the picture. A lot done changed in a year. I do know if you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. But a wise man always told me, be careful what you ask for.
His real name's Jonathan. Well, that ain't give me much to go off. I know he went to jail, John, and he came home and showed off. Y'all looking like, where the fuck is he going? My first thought, if he got the name in jail, well, what the fuck was he showing?
You do look like Jesus. I ain't gonna lie, that was hard in a way. But my God wouldn't wear that bummy do-rag. He had a part in the waves. Let's
go! Like before that 3-year-old boy knew what his pops looked like, that little nigga knew what the ops looked like. Like before Legos, little nigga knew what a block looked like. Never saw. Fuck, nigga. Fuck you talking about? Who this nigga talking to? He a lame now. Going against me, they be chasing fame now. He said he more Clay because I was Claymore. That's why the nigga ain't in the game now.
Like this shit I'm putting together, man. Listen, I'm shocking myself.
You less than popping second option. I ain't asked for you, Holmes. My other op can't travel. He ain't asked to be home. He got a C3POs. That was Attack of the Clones. What? What? He's gonna fucking die! Fucking shit don't even make sense, boy. Let's go! Let's go! Do you believe?
Purchase your ticket to be in the building or catch it live on pay-per-view stream.